Hey, good morning. Yes, I'm back. So let's count to three with Bill, shall we? That's right. We know they love counting to three. Three is one of their favorite numbers. Gee, I wonder why, right? But let's count to three with Bill. Okay? Yeah, he has three videos that I'm going to be going over with you guys. So, three things we can do now to prevent the next pandemic. Meet the germ team, and here's what a perfect V jab would look like. But remember, go watch them for yourself. I'm only going to show you clips. So let's go to number one. We need to make and deliver much better tools.
Now, given all that we've been through, it may seem surprising that I'm optimistic that we can prevent the next pandemic. It may seem surprising that I'm optimistic that we can prevent the next pandemic.
So he's optimistic that he can stop the next pandemic. Oh boy, here we go again. And then he touches his glasses. You know what that is, right? I mean, it's a Freemason gesture right there, a hand sign. Whether it means Mark of the Master or Oculus or something else, but we know who he is. But I'm sorry, let's get right back into it. But much better tools, MBT, just looking at that, hey, just let's keep going.
Here are the three areas where we have to invest. First, we need to make and deliver much better tools. Diagnostics are very important. Drugs that help you avoid getting seriously sick or dying, that help you avoid getting seriously sick or dying. And finally, enough vaccines for the entire world within 6 months of identifying the threat.
Okay, so let me intervene here just for a second. Much better tools, right? That's what he was saying. That's what they need. That's what they need. And what was the next thing? To be better. They need to be better at doing what they're doing, right? 1, 2, maybe the third one, and there's a fourth one, at least here in Finland, and I'm sure in many other nations. So I'm just wondering, where are people going to start to wake up? You know, diagnostics, drugs, enough of those jabs for the entire world within 6 months of the threat. All I hear is more of the fear. And so you won't get sick or die, he says. Just more fear. But okie dokie, Bill. Okie dokie. And did you notice the blue and orange on the lids there? Yeah. So we see exactly who they are. But all I can say is my gut feeling says they can stick it where the sun don't shine, right? Because I ain't taking any of that. You know what I mean, Vern? Right? Okay. But anyway, let's get to number two.
And we need this global team. I call it the GERM team, the Global Epidemic Response and Mobilization team. Stopping pandemics is what they're all about.
Okay, let me just get this straight. You need a germ team, right? I don't know. Didn't we have a team? I mean, you created this COVAX and Gavi. You know, even the one that Trump endorsed as he left the WHO, he endorsed your organization, Bill. But you know, germs, what's come to mind? Germs, cooties. I mean, looking up even cooties, I was disgusted on a film that I saw there. But anyway, germs. When you look at the numbers, I'm just saying what I'm seeing right here. There's many things you can look at, but I noticed the 369. Who mentioned that recently? Yeah, Nikola Tesla said the key to the universe is 369. You can look at that more, but let's just keep going because we still have a couple other videos to look at. So, health systems.
Finally, we need to invest in health systems. A lot of these health systems in the poor countries are not very strong today. If we invest in them, we can improve the health in those countries every year. But we can also make sure they're capable of doing the disease surveillance. We need to be able to see outbreaks at their earliest stage. We need to be able to see outbreaks at their earliest stage. If we do these things now, we'll have a world that's prepared and can prevent pandemics. A world that's prepared and can prevent pandemics.
All right, he said we need to invest in health systems. That's exactly what he is doing, right? Notice the numbers that I came up with. Hey, but that's what I'm seeing right there. Let's just keep going. I don't have a whole lot of time. Looks like my computer's tired already. But let's keep going. If we invest in the poor nations, we can improve their health. They can do disease surveillance and see outbreaks instantly. Doesn't who would be involved, right? Who would be involved? That's a question. If we do these things now, we'll have a world that's prepared. Ah, yes, that makes sense, but just wait. Let's get into video 2, Meet the Germ Team.
Amazingly, today we do not have a large global organization dedicated to preventing pandemics. There are some part-time efforts. The WHO helps the world with lots of health issues, but
all right, just hold the phone for a second there, Bill. I mean, seriously, the WHO is a part-time organization with dealing with these pandemics. You know, these people right here who's got the Shiva behind them, they have Q&As several times a day. You know, that just tiny organization, not part-time organization. Are you confused yet? Man, let's just keep going. My goodness.
This dedicated team. We need to create this group with full-time paid experts who are constantly tracking disease outbreaks. I call this the Global Epidemic Response and Mobilization Team. So the acronym is GERM. The GERM team will actively monitor potential health threats all over the world. Data scientists would see where there are clusters of suspicious cases. Epidemiologists would monitor reports from national governments to identify anything that could be an outbreak. We'll have disease modelers gathering the data to do accurate projections. Product development experts will work with governments and companies. We need more work on diagnostics, therapeutics, and vaccines that we can scale up with very short notice. And we'll have policy experts making sure that every country has the right approach. The team will need to regularly organize outbreak simulations, germ games. Policy experts making sure that every country has the right approach. The team will need to regularly organize outbreak simulations, germ games that test the global response system and finds the weak spots. Germ games that test the global response system and finds the weak spots. We do that for war, we do that for fire, we do that for earthquakes, and now we need to make sure we do it for pandemics.
So Bill needs a whole separate germ team, right? You know, for the tracking and tracing. I thought we had the phones to do all that, and even the robots could be doing that. So, but of course, you need to employ your own people, the Masons. But, you know, I'm just saying, you know, they've taken jobs already from cashiers and whoever else. I mean, with these robots. I mean, that's just my 2 cents, you know. But, of course, you need data scientists. You need all these other experts, right? Experts, just like you yourself are such an expert, so that we can scale up with very short notice. Who's ready for another dose is what comes to mind, you know. I don't know. I'm just saying, yeah, but you have to make sure everyone's ready, making sure that every country has the right approach, making sure everyone's doing exactly the same thing, maybe at different times, but germ worms, germ games, yeah, that's what we need. Didn't you already have one, Event 201? Was that not an exercise enough for most people? I don't know, just saying, you know. But of course, germ equals that. But anyway, we all realize where all of your skills are coming from. But let's just watch the last seconds here.
This team would keep their skills fresh. Pandemics. This team would keep their skills fresh. This team would keep their skills fresh to help you get rid of polio, get rid of malaria, get rid of measles and other infectious diseases. So they'll have immense value even in the years where we don't have a pandemic threat. I think it's a critical step to build this germ team, making sure we're ready for the next pandemic.
All right, I know you guys saw it. I tried to slow it down for you guys. I mean, unbelievable, right? Says it right there. And talking about the polio, malaria, measles, I just have to say, hold up 1 second. I want to understand your team would like to do. Your team would do exactly what? We haven't gotten rid of polio, malaria, measles. They're still around to this day. Just asking questions here, but what a hand sign. I mean, that just does not come normally. I'm just saying. But let's get to the third video, because there again, they're counting to 3. You can see 300 days. But let's take a look.
The world responded to the COVID pandemic faster than to any disease in history. New, safe, and effective vaccines got created in less than 300 days after the start of the pandemic, and over half the world's population has already received 2 doses of these vaccines. But in several respects, these vaccines are not perfect. These vaccines are not perfect.
All right, there you just saw the first little bit of that video, 300 days. So they love counting in threes, and I don't know if I mentioned in that last video, I do believe I did. It's the 9 to 3. 9, 2, 3, get it? They're trying to get to the 3. Anyway, you saw that okay sign, as he says, but in several respects, these V's are not perfect. Yeah, we know, Bill. We know. But let's get back to it. I got to do this within a few minutes here. Let's go.
These vaccines are not perfect. What would a better vaccine look like? Even though these vaccines do an incredible job of preventing severe disease and death, they do not protect you from getting infected. They do not protect you from getting infected. They reduce the chance of getting infected by about 50%. We want to change it so that anybody who's gotten that vaccine cannot be infected again, taking them completely out of any transmission chain. We should be able to have a vaccine that attacks a core part of the virus that's found in all the variants. We would also like to have vaccines that you can just take once and you don't have to go back and keep getting boosters again and again. They should be made so that they can be transported at normal temperatures without refrigeration. All these COVID vaccines require the use of a syringe.
All right, before we get to the top of the news there, I got my sticker. They're so proud they got their sticker, and you heard them. They do not prevent you from getting infected. They reduce by 50%, but they want to get a better one, right? Yeah, so they can't get infected again. Okay, Bill, because have they done that with even the other things, the other jabs? I'm just asking. Not taking anything is all I am saying that I am doing. I cannot tell or give any advice here, but I would not be listening to any of these because we know who they worship, and I hope you know that. But now you got to see this last bit. Very important.
The use of a syringe, and we'd like to get rid of that. We could just have something like a patch or something you inhale so that you can take it more easily. Finally, manufacturing can be scaled up even faster. Although pharmaceutical companies broke every record here in now making billions of these vaccines, what would be ideal is being able to make enough for the entire world in less than 6 months. Although developing so many effective COVID vaccines quickly was a miracle, there's no question that we have to do better next time.
All right, I only have a minute and a half to get through these last slides. They want to get rid of the syringes and come up with a patch. You heard them. Something maybe you can inhale. I don't know, something maybe they've been talking about for the longest time. Maybe they should try the Hipra that they've used on all these pigs. I'm just saying, I have a video on that. I'll see if I can upload it on my 5th channel again. But sounds great, Bill. Yeah, it's a miracle you guys were able to do all this so quickly. You know, I'm just saying, Dr. Hilleman in the 50s, he created it just as fast. I got a video on that. But of course, this was for everyone around the world, right? It was magic. Miracle. But we have to do better next time. Yes, there's going to be a next time, so be prepared. All I can say is know your enemy. Understand that this is a spiritual battle that we're in. Know how to fight in this battle. And that's by reading and praying from the Word of God. Okay? That's all I can say, and that's all I have time for. Pray and understand that you cannot put your trust in man. All right? Have a great day. God bless you guys. Catch you guys here